Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome to Ville. If you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe, or maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome back to Ville. I apologize more profusely than you can even possibly imagine that I missed this episode. I don't know what happened. I was enjoying my weekend. Everything was going great. And then Monday came around and I was going to work. And it occurred to me on my drive to work that I completely forgot to record, edit, upload anything with this episode. So, anyway, picking up where we left off, I was figuring out where to get a bucket from. Turns out you don't need one. It just gives you one. All you gotta do is just turn the little handle and it just apparates a bucket for you to use. So I'm an idiot. I'm just a certified idiot. I didn't want to turn the wheel because I was afraid it was just going to dump on the ground and waste everything I had, right? So I decided to go just take a chance off camera. Figured I'll rebuild it if I need to. I'll just load a previous save, whatever. And I turned the wheel and it just worked. So we'll go. We'll take it. Okay. Pour concrete. Okay. I am pretty sure this is not how concrete pours, but we're going to take it. That's some really wet concrete right there. Any concrete bros in the comments, please agree with me. This is some really wet concrete. Concrete should not sploosh. Okay? Yeah, it's wet concrete. You're correct. But even wet concrete should not sploosh. This would take an absolute age and a half. An atomic age, even. Placement mode. Placement mode. Okay, so what do I got to do with this? What are you asking me to do? Dig. We're doing more digging. Okay. That's weird. What's with the circle? What? Oh, you know what? I forgot about the music. What's with the loader around the reticule? Like, what's the purpose of that? What's with the loading circle? I have lost my shot. But am I blind? Oh, there it is. Like, what's the purpose of that? Because it seems like it. Oops, hit the button again. I'm sorry. So it seems like about halfway through the loading circle, it gets rid of whatever I'm aiming at, which just makes me wonder what's the purpose of it. Why does it need to load all the way around if it only is going to use half of the circle anyway? Like, is it unreasonable for me to think about that? It seems a little loud. I hate that it starts over every time I do that. Again, what is the purpose? Yeah, because it seems like right about halfway it pulls the actual square out. But if I move, it hits whatever I'm aiming at when the circle hits halfway. With trash, it lets you pick up more stuff. Like, is there something here that I'm missing? Is this part of like an upgrade I don't have? If so, this seems like really unintuitive. I mean, it's fine. I can just watch for when the square actually disappears. I mean, that's not a problem. But what's the purpose of coding the entire circle if you're not going to use the entire circle? Here to have a text, but I can't read it right now. much to talk about here. It's really just move dirt. It's just lots of grinding. I think if I do this in the future, I may speed up parts of the build just to make it go a little bit faster. So I guess I could talk a little bit about the construction technology that's in use here. So the foundation, what we placed for the outside wall, is actually correct. The rebar that we used for it is a little bit thick for what we were looking to accomplish with it. But as far as like the process, it's pretty sound. You know, dig out the area you need to do something with. What does one we do? Pour sand. Okay. Yeah, you would dig out the area. You would, let's see which one is the sand. I think I figured out that sand was like over here somewhere. There it is. Sand. Yes. You dig out the area. You put up your forms, and then you would fill in rebar reinforcement into your forms. That's interesting. And then you would pour the concrete over the rebar. A large portion of what you would be doing. That's interesting. We'll come back to that. Now I will say that it is kind of frustrating so far, just noticing that it's not even. You know, filling out the each square individually, and then the last one doesn't actually fill out a square. That's a bit janky. It means you're always going to have sand left over no matter how hard you try. There's some more sand up there. Okay. Why did they have me buy so many forms and like reinforcement if everything else is like on target, you know? I'll have to pay attention because I can't tell. Oh, see, it actually runs out. And then you still have it in your hand and you click again and it like magically apparates more sand. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to what it's actually doing in the bottom right down here with how many I have. Are the units available? See, I start with 100. It says 5. And that's 8. That's 8. That's 8. And then see, I'm gonna have like less than I need to fill up a full square at the end of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have 7 left. I guess that one kind of gave to me, but yeah, it's definitely got some jank to it. Ugh. Not sure how I feel about this. It seems so weird because it's almost random how much it's actually using. I'm not sure how I feel about the sand so far. Also, I'd like to point out that while sand is used in American construction in this kind of capacity, it's not used very often. More often than not, sand is actually used at the bottom of the footers and like underneath pipes and that sort of thing. Anything that needs like a soft bottom. Yeah, just underneath a floor like this, it would. I'm gonna say that in the area I live in, this wouldn't be very common. You would either have just a solid concrete base, or you would have like, oh wow, oh it's gonna fill in. It is gonna be a concrete base. It wants the whole thing. Aha. But even so, you wouldn't really use sand for that. You would kind of use a vapor barrier, and then, well, I guess you could use sand for it. I'm just referring exclusively to how it's done in the US. I've not seen a lot of situations like this where you're just putting down like an entire sand bed. Usually you would just put the sand underneath the footers and whatever pylons you had, rather than underneath the entire slab. That's a little bit strange. At least to me, anyway. I'm going to say that, at least to me. Let's see, once more. Consumable amount insufficient. Okay, so what am I supposed to do with the box then? Like, I really hope. No, it doesn't let me have the ability to do anything with those. Like, I would like to be able to just add those together, but it doesn't seem like there's a way to do that. No, it doesn't seem like it. That's thonk worthy. Why would you do that to your players? Because each one is 16, and having 4 boxes would, in fact, I don't have anything more. Yeah, if each one is 16, then having 2 boxes left over will give you enough for another one. But the way that they've got this here, actually, let me try this. No. Ah, there it goes. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. When it was talking about stacking items together, I assumed it meant like placing them like stacked. Okay, so you can do that. I'm sorry. Okay, so then that 1,000 pieces of garbage. Man, I'm doing pretty good on that. Okay. I do apologize if I'm going a little bit too fast. The entire reason I am going fast is so that I can kind of get it done and not have to spend a whole bunch of extra episodes on this. 126, so that's going to be exactly enough. There we go. That gives me 30 left over, rather than the multiple boxes that I had previously. Okay. And then I'm guessing I don't need formwork because I've only got 26 of it left, so that's not too bad of a deal. So maybe it did actually give me exactly what I needed. Okay, let's see. Porous bed floor area 81. Got 252 here, so let's be honest. This is not how you would do this. I should probably do it properly. I made a ton of concrete. I'm going to tell you this right now. All right. This bucket would be heavier than that pickup over there. Let's be dead honest. I say pickup. It's more like a flatbed. At least that's what I would classify it as. Because when we look at it, it's a van front. So it's a stub nose front, van front. With the wheel overhang, and the rest of it's just a flatbed. Yeah, that's what I would call like a flatbed rather than a pickup. Yes, pickups can have flatbeds, but you know, it's Point being, this bucket would be heavier than that if it actually had this much concrete in it. Oh, I ran out. Let's see. This. Also, I want to point out this light. This light right here, but that is useful as a used condom. I'm not even sure why it has you buy it. I'm gonna have to point out, devs, you've really got to make that light stronger if you want it to be useful. Okay, so cement. Whoop. There it is. 100. I wish. Yeah, I'm just gonna make all of it then. Ooh. Some cans? Just some cans. I even said in a comment after the last video that someone commented that I had a real construction haul, and he was absolutely right. I say he, I'm sorry. They were absolutely right. I thought I was going to have a bunch of extras, so I was thinking, I'm just going to take anything I didn't use over to the storage, but as it stands, I'm not going to have that much left according to what I'm seeing so far. So we're going to kind of see how this goes. That pour out. And as you saw, when I hit the wheel, it just apparated the bucket there. There you go. It seems like even though the animation keeps going, it actually does stop using the units once you have it full, or the specific space that you're staring at. This bucket would be like hundreds of pounds. Like, I'm not even sure a wheelbarrow would work for something like this. Like, carrying this much concrete at once? Holy crap. You saw that. That was, what, four bags of concrete? Yeah, try mixing 4 bags of concrete and carrying all of it at once. You'll break your neck, back, shoulders, crack. Anyway, sorry, what? Looks like we're almost done here. I'm gonna say, if I remix concrete, I'm gonna say probably 200 at most is what I'm gonna need for the last batch. Not even that, probably just like 1 bag. I will just mix. We'll probably get away with like 2 bags. Mix for a moment. Mix. Oh. Ah, my back. I knew this back break would work, but I didn't mean this. I'm glad I did make the 2 bags, but even so, the fact that I'm going to be left over with so much is kind of annoying. Alright, so now we're looking for insulation, floor insulation. I believe that was interior wall, drywall, roof. That's the ceiling concrete. That was the baseboards. Did I leave it over there? Let's go ahead and unload them. And we'll pick up everything while we're there. Plasterboard. And I do see that it is getting pretty late here. I may run to the office real quick after I pick up everything and snooze, just so that we're not working in the nighttime again. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of our stuff from right here across the street. Realistically, I could just run it all back and forth, but I feel like reloading up the truck makes a lot more sense in context. And that right there is, that's the exterior cladding. I'm just gonna load the stuff up as I get to it. I'm not really caring too much about what goes in at what point, because I have a feeling there's the floor insulation. Want to kind of keep all those together, because those are what I need right now. Whoa! Get that out from over there. There we go. I've said it before, but I know that there's a couple of people that have a little bit of trouble when I move this fast, just watching the video. I do apologize. A lot of it has to do with the way that's weird. The way that the game kind of interacts with my graphics card, and the graphics card interacts with the monitor. There's a whole conversation that could be opened about the difference between frame rate and refresh rate. Just know that I've got the settings set to as good as they should be able to get. If I can find a way to do something a little bit better, I forgot about going over to the office. If I can find a way to do something a little bit better, kind of smooth out the frames, make them seem a little bit nicer to watch, and not make people quite as dizzy, I absolutely will. But it's just going to take a little bit of trial and error. If you have a problem with watching the video, just let me know. I'll try not to move quite as fast, especially during the sections that I speed up later on. But sometimes I need to move fast just for the sake of getting something done within the video. For example, right now we don't have much time left in this video, and I really want to get at least the floor and the framing put up. So I may have to start moving a little bit faster. I know it has a lot to do with actually the problem I just ran into with not having enough time in the day to get stuff done. But I gotta say, I really, really do not like getting up this early. Even just seeing the time on the clock is just, I should take the shortcut, but I don't want to. That I've already gone this direction, so I kind of chose my fate. Alright. And around the bend. Here we go. Perfect. I'm just going right. Saving. Right on across the street. Okay. And what I needed was these. Once again, here we go. The least you can do is just make it so that it's an even number per box, rather than asking your player to restack them. I don't mind restacking them as like a feature, because just like I mentioned a little bit ago, if it wasn't there, it'd be a lot worse. But at the same time, it would be a lot more convenient for a player trying to watch their finances. Like if somebody's like in dire straits needing money, it might be a little bit frustrating to have to do this rather than just having the even amount per purchase. The fact that it does the math for you, from what I could tell, is a little bit nicer. So it might not even be necessary. Uh-oh. Did I run out of them? I was just saying how it calculated everything kind of for you. And then it does this to me. Huh. Well, that's frustrating. Yeah, there's not any more here. I just need like one more box. I don't remember what it's called though. I hope I can figure it out. Probably just buy the one box and just walk it over because it's not a big deal. Whoop. Over here blinding people again. Let's see. Floor insulation. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. And I notice it does say packs small, so I'm really hoping you can get larger packs for less money at some point. At least I hope they're for less money. Okay. Got that taken care of. Now we need more cement. Seems like each square needs about 6. Each square needs about 6. It's hard to say. I'm probably going to have to mix at least 2 more bags. Let it mix, let it mix. Come on, mix faster. There we go. Multiple layers of concrete with the insulation. I'm not quite sure what the point of the insulation here is, because the concrete in theory, should be insulating more than you could ask for in this case. Like, maybe that's a northern climate thing that I'm not used to. I hope that's the case. The area that I live in, you wouldn't think so to look at. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more than I thought I was. The area I live in, you wouldn't really think so to look at it just on a map of the US, but I do actually live on the same latitude as like Cairo, Egypt. And I'm not in Florida, if that's what you're thinking. I'm really not. Just it's kind of crazy. Well, I'm not quite on the same, if I remember correctly. It's like in the same area, but either way, like I'm in the temperate forest in the southeast. I'll tell you that much. And something like this, where you have concrete, the insulation, and more concrete, this probably wouldn't really be necessary here. Actually, I've got 3 bags. I might as well make the 3 bags I have left and just kind of go from there. Go ahead and pick this up. Okay. And actually, I just noticed we are out of time for this episode. I do apologize. I will try my best to get as much done in the next episode as I can. But this one is a little bit of a catch-up episode that I missed, so it is my fault that we're in this position. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, my dudes. Cheers.